at all.
I'm excited
Like, not even a little.
I'm excited to see y'all with children.
Me too.
Like, I'm not trying to rush that on y'all, but the reason I'm
7
excited,
years, I told you.
There's no rush at all. Yeah, 7 years.
I bet she won't make it 7. And I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not.
We got it on the record.
I don't think
How
she
much
wants
we putting
7.
on
Got it on the record.
No, I'm not about to motivate you.
Because
I ain't saying you.
She
Like,
Let me prove you wrong. Bro.
but all in all, though, in a nutshell, I forgot we started talking about kids, and it just went.
You got it, no?
What was
We talking about kids, and it's important to.
I think
Can't wait to see me have kids. Yes,
I can't wait to see. Only because I felt like that was like me. All right, so it was one. I remember like before my last relationship, or even my last 2 relationships. Let's go a few years back, and I remember just like writing my books, writing my first book. I didn't have my second book, and talking about relationships and having these strong stances that was like they aligned with like my level of like experience. Right now, granted, I'm coach, all this cool shit. So like I can have perspectives that don't always come from like direct experience because we like them. It's easy to develop when you a conscious person and you're intentional. But what I will say is the day-to-day antics being in my relationships completely added way more substance to the points that I already felt. But it was like back with this evidence. So like I would love to see how y'all feel it because when y'all have a kid that's like the life is no longer just about y'all. So when it becomes about something that came out of you, you're going to see the world. Because now it's like, damn, like, regardless if this dad want to be here or not, this is my responsibility. And when we talk about getting out of our duties, that's the one thing that women can't run away from. The moment y'all push out, it ain't that y'all can't, like it ain't women out here that did it, but y'all don't want to. You're not about to just have a seed and be like, I'm going to just leave my seed with anybody. Not if you're a responsible human being or whatever the case may be. So the reason that's I'm excited to see all of that because y'all do get to live your lives centered around y'all. And that's dope. But I'm literally excited to see how much of an adjustment it might be. Not excited because I want to say I just want y'all to have babies. But I'm saying I'm interested.
Yeah, curious.
I'm curious to see when y'all do have them kids with these certain dynamic conversations, like how would it enhance your perspective now that you dealing with it? Essentially, like you got this baby and you like, damn, like this my baby. Like I carried you for 9 months. This on me. And I just would like to see, the development. So
I think
when they had their kids, we're going to definitely have to.
I think that's also why I care about my partner's family liking me though. Because I think about the whole thing. And it's like,
foresight.
If you don't like me, then when we have kids and, start
the baby shower, it's going to be divided.
Yeah, like, I don't
going to be
want
divided.
division. Not only division, but now you're the grandparents, but you don't like me, but I'm supposed to leave my child.
They don't like you. They ain't saying like the kid. Yeah.
But that's my child. You don't like me. You don't like my child.
Yeah, I feel like both of you kind of touched on that, which I understand. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but I also think there's a middle ground between like we family, you my mom and dad too, and then you don't fuck with me. Now my kid's at risk. I think it's also like no, you just kind of cool.
Yeah,
and it's like we
that's
just.
But
I accept that for sure. But I think there is a middle ground.
So I'm about to say I'm gonna let Sai go because I ain't even gonna be
Okay, so my friend is currently going through this thing where her son's grandmother just be like, oh, well, you're not interested. Every time you text me is, hey, I'm on my way. Hey, I'm about to pick him up. And there's no like investment in our relationship. And she
the grandmama's texting that.
Exactly.
Okay.
She feels some type of way about that. And it's like, you could have.
Who felt away?
The grandma.
Oh, gotcha.
Feel some type of way that my friend always just say, hey, I'm about to pick such and such up. Hey, I'm about to drop him off. She feel like it's never like a, hey, how you doing, miss?
But does the grandma try that?
She was just never presented the opportunity or the space welcoming enough for her to want to establish a relationship.
Yeah,
that's completely different. But for me personally, not negotiable.
But I think it's like because like we did. You was about to, I felt like you were about to go down that block, but you just stopped halfway. Where it's like it is that middle ground of just respecting somebody. Like I feel like I don't feel like that's what it ultimately comes down to. Do you respect me, right? More than, and I think that could just be a man's because that's our love language, right? We thrive off respect. It's like the parent don't gotta admire me, don't gotta feel like I'm the coolest and best option, and none of that. It's just like a level of respect. I appreciate what you do for your kid. I appreciate what you do for my daughter, and that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's
it's respect, and I can live with that because at the end of the day, nurturing and cultivating and nurturing relationships is an intentional process. So the fact that you said like, the grandma was offended by the fact that there's no communication outside of I'm on my way to pick her. That means it's like, all right, well, I want to have this relationship, but it requires us to cultivate it at first and then nurture it and be able to make it sustainable. But it's an art to building relationships. And what we said the tendency happen is there's a lot of entitlement. Well, I'm the mom, so you should come to me. Well, I'm the grandma.
I've been here already.
I'm the one that brought him into and there's no middle ground of, you know what? Let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like you know, it happens with men, it happens with women. That's why I always take the initiative. Like, I'm gonna break the ice. I'm not waiting for it to be an opportunity. I'm gonna create the opportunity. Yo, see if you can set up a time for me and this nigga to meet. Cause I need him to meet, see what type of person I am. See if I can meet your pop. See what your mom doing on Sunday. Cause I want to take y'all to brunch. Cause I want her to sit down with me. You follow what I'm saying? Being intentional about it, because the more you get closer with a person and never take those intentional steps, this is how you end up at a wedding, and they feel like they don't even know you. They be like, well, I only talked to the girl 3 times. The only thing she ever said to me was, how you doing and goodbye. So it's like, then it start to be like that level of disrespect, because like, how we combining families and we ain't take this initiative.
Exactly.
Now it do need to be some layers to, because this is another thing where it's like, you got to know who the important pieces are in somebody's life. It's not about who you think might be important. Like, you might be eager to meet the person mom, but it might be the aunt that really got the mom like bond, or the grandma, but you more eager to have a relationship with the mom and disregard what actually matters to him, or vice versa. A man might be eager to meet a chick pop, but the brother or the cousin, or she might have some other people in her life that's significant.
Like them besties. Yeah,
Whatever. So for me, I'm assessing who is significant to you, who's coming up in all the conversations, who you're referencing. How are you referencing them, right? I pay attention to how women reference the men in their life. And then I'm going to ask questions and get the perspective, because I want to know what's your experience like with men, what's your respect level for them, what's your appreciation level for them, and how do you ultimately view them? And I can only do this by being able to assess the things that you say, and then saying, okay, she don't hate men. She just don't got a good relationship with her dad, or she ain't grow up fucking with her brother, or she, you know, she was a daddy's girl. So now I understand what men who respect I'm looking to initiate that level with, because this is who opinion matters to her type shit, versus it being a situation where, and the same thing goes for the women, is like, if a nigga love his mom, don't become jealous of that. He's a mama's boy. Figure out what he love about his mom and see if you can love her as well. And be like, oh, that's our mom now. And that's just how, because when you want to build a strong union, like every relationship I've been in, I always had that, at least. The one thing that I keep harping on that I learned was I needed to become more financially responsible in order for me to sustain the way I like to provide. It wasn't about making money. It was about how I'm spending, the frequency, understanding the level, and when to delegate and when to be able to say I could shoulder this shit. And that's like the process that I went through in this season. You know what I mean? But, you know, I pivoted a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I would say, I think the points about identifying important people in our life is definitely an interesting concept. But the thing I definitely resonate was the common denominator is the respect part. I think whether it's a top priority for you or non-negotiable, the respect thing definitely got to be there. So whether you call me mom or dad, or you text me, you gonna pick her up, yeah, happy birthday, whatever.
Because you don't text just that mom at all.
Oh yeah, it's just a whole other chapter.
I figured them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but to me, the disrespect part be like, she just popped up at the grandma house. It's like, damn, bitch, who the fuck just popping at my house? Like, at least, so I feel the respect part. At least I text you, give you a heads that I'm coming. I think that's all I ever would expect, and that's even I don't care about that. I would never disrespect anybody's family members at all, even if they not
on my type time.
Right? It's just like, cool. I respect you. I'm just going about my business, whatever. But I will say, it was always important that it was a balance. It was important that my mom and whatever girl I was with had a good chemistry. Now you got some people want their mom and their girl be like besties. Well, I wasn't that deep, even though they became very close, you know, after a while. But as long as they're compatible and